Hello everyone, this is James Francis and welcome to this week's live Prosperity Accelerator live show. Welcome. If you can hear me okay and also see me okay, please go ahead and let me know in the comments and go ahead and give this status or little post a like as well, just so we can reach more people around the world and more people can benefit from this incredible advice. All right, now let's go. Now in this coaching session, really that's what it is. I'm coaching you to help you achieve a specific end goal here. I'm going to be helping you with our top 3 most profitable traffic sources of all time. You said it, right? That is what most people are looking for. That is what most people are kind of, crawling over broken glass to get to. How can I get the best traffic possible to make the most sales possible, which in turn is going to provide me with the income that I'm looking for to support my family, to live a better lifestyle, to, have a business that people actually respect and that they don't make fun of behind my back, but they actually want to see me succeed, right? If you are into that, go ahead and drop a comment below, just say me, and also go ahead and like this status as well. Now, before we get into what these 3 traffic sources are, I want to reveal why they're so profitable for us and for our clients as well. So just to give you some context here, we're not just doing this as a complete beginner. We've been doing this stuff since 2008, full time. And by full time, I mean we started off with 0. We started off with no list, no audience, no traffic, nada, nothing at all, apart from the desire to do something extra with my life, right? And then over time, I started to get better and better at this stuff. And before I knew it, I was bringing home an extra $100 a week. And to me at the time, as a college student who was broke, living off noodles, that was incredible. And then next week, it was even better results. And my list and my audience grew, and I started to, record different products and programs about what I was doing. And then more people bought those things. And then we eventually got over to Digital Prosperity, which is our brand now. It used to be jamesfrancis.com, hence my face on everything. Now we have Digital Prosperity, and we have a whole team here in San Diego, in the UK, all over the world, basically helping you guys and girls get incredible results online. So we're doing roughly between 20 and 50K a month. Some months with, for example, our best month was $112,000. So our average is between 20 to 50K. And the majority of that is net profit, because we don't really have that many overheads compared to most traditional businesses where they have to have a whole, an entire team of customer support reps and stuff like that, and have a physical office and all that good stuff as well. So this is my office. This is it. This is what's responsible for 20 or 30K plus per month online. And in this session, I'm going to be showing you exactly, what fuels that business, because of course you need to have something ready to drive traffic to. Now, this isn't going to work for you, and nothing will work for you if you just have an affiliate link and you want to drive traffic to that affiliate link, right? That's not how marketing works nowadays. You can go with any kind of expert who's actually doing what they're teaching, and they will tell you that is not a good idea nowadays, just to drive traffic straight to an affiliate link. There are so much better approaches out there. There's so many better approaches that can actually develop a long-term stream of income instead of just, hey, I made a sale, but I've just spent twice as much on traffic as it cost me to get that customer, and therefore I'm at a net loss. Right? You don't want to do that. You want to have a traffic source which, number one, and this is the why, by the way, this is why these traffic sources are important. So number one, you need to make sure that the traffic sources you're using are, number one, scalable, okay? So you don't want to be busting your ass day in, day out after you get back home from work, when you should be spending time with your family, writing cold messages to people, all right? That's what a lot of coaches recommend. They just say, hey, join a few Facebook groups and send people a bunch of messages, and eventually somebody's going to say yes. No. We've tried that message strategy in the past, and it hasn't really worked out that well at all. Plus, we were working all hours of the day for very little return. In fact, we probably got about 1 or 2 clients that way. It was after spending a good week or 2 just doing that stuff full-time, testing it. So that's not a great approach. Equally, you want something that doesn't require a lot of money up front before you see results. You don't want to go ahead and shell out $1,000 or something only to possibly see results in maybe a few weeks or months from now, right? That is not good for cash flow, and especially when you're just starting your business online, all right? Now, the next thing you need to be aware of is that the traffic needs to be easy for a beginner. Okay, so this is the reason why we use simple traffic strategies, so we can teach that to our audience, because our audience always wants to know, James, what traffic sources are you using? If we were to do something different to what we teach, then there'd be a bit of a weird disconnect between ourselves and our audience. And then it'd be like, well, James, if this is so great, then why aren't you doing that too? So everything that we teach is stuff that we actually do on a day-to-day basis, and we've tried to simplify this down as much as we possibly can in our programs and our coaching program, done for you services, and so on, so other people like yourself can get incredible results, even if you are not an advertising genius, even if you are not a marketing guru or expert and you've never done anything like this before. Okay, so with that said, can you see how this would make a big difference to your business? I mean, a few traffic strategies that I wouldn't recommend, just to set the scene here, that I'm not going to be talking about. As I mentioned, cold DMing people. Now, there is a time and a place for direct messages and to have a messaging conversation with people, but that's only after they have been nurtured, after they've been acquired from a different strategy or approach first. They know who you are first, and then you reach out. Don't just message random people in the hopes they're going to say yes, all right? There's a far better approach that's way more effective, way more profitable, and way less time consuming, and cheaper as well. Because if you're thinking of, how much you're spending in terms of your time, how much is your time worth to you? And that's what you should be thinking as an entrepreneur. You're either trading time or money. Which do you want to spend? You have one or the other. You can't sacrifice both. Like, you can't not do one or the other, right? So with that said, okay, cold DMing is not something I would recommend. Another thing I wouldn't recommend is safe lists. Okay, you probably heard of these many, many years ago. I'm not even sure if they're still around, but every so often I see a few marketers peddling these things like it's the latest craze, when in reality they are dying and dying hard. So you don't want to be using stuff like safe lists where you join a list and everyone who's on this list can email each other. Not only will you receive tens of thousands of email a day, but you will also receive not that great results either. Because if you imagine somebody's inbox being flooded with hundreds, if not thousands of emails every single hour, then they're not going to see yours. And the whole approach behind this is just send a bunch of emails with compelling subject lines and you'll eventually get some traffic. Yeah, but you get like 3 people click on your links and those people aren't in anything to buy anything. They're there because they want some free traffic, and they typically they're not really your ideal prospects, let's put it that way, right? They're typically just not the right type of person you want to be working with. And also that's niche specific. A lot of those only exist for like internet marketing stuff as well. So the methods I'm going to reveal to you right now, the 3 which are our most profitable, work in every single niche we've ever tried them in. Okay, so this is not just applicable to online business stuff, everything we do, right? It's applicable to every niche we've ever tried it in, including, there's a massive long list, but relationships, survival, career coaching, self-development, mindfulness stuff like meditation or stress reduction, anxiety reduction, even building a backyard farm, self-sufficiency kind of stuff, organic farm produce and stuff like that. There's also, let's have a think, HR, how to be a better HR director, stuff like that. And loads more as well, like tons that you can think of, probably over about 30 different niches we've tried this in. And every single one of them has gotten great results with these 3 traffic strategies. So without further ado, what are they? Number 1, okay, you probably knew this was coming because that's probably how you got on our list. That's probably how you first heard about us. Facebook ads, okay? Now, before you go ahead and say, oh, Facebook ads, I've heard that before, it didn't work for me, right? The truth is, if you've tried Facebook ads and it hasn't worked out well for you, you're probably not doing the right stuff. Point blank, direct punch in the chest, right? Sorry to break that news to you, but it is true, okay? We've had clients come to us in the past and say the same thing. James, I've tried Facebook ads and they didn't work for me. We've looked at their campaigns and they've been doing everything wrong. Okay, so a much better approach is to look at what you are doing and align that with a proven method to get results. Okay, now I've just seen a bunch of people leave because they don't like this advice. Tough doo-doo. It is what it is. I'd rather give you the truth and you get results than, me sugarcoating things and then you ending up in a worse situation in the future. That's what I'm here to do as your coach. I'm in your corner, hopefully your friendly neighborhood coach. Okay, so when it comes to Facebook ads, you need to be attracting the right types of people to the right offer, something that's compelling to them with the right ad. So it's this triangle, of conversion. Basically, you've got the right people, the right prospects, you've got the right, the right offer and the right ad. Okay, if you don't have all of those three in alignment, you're going to have issues with conversion rates. And the whole thing behind Facebook ads is that you should not be spending more than about $20 a day maximum until your campaign is profitable first. Okay, so a lot of people think that you need to spend like hundreds of dollars on Facebook ads. They go in with a massive budget. They almost bankrupt themselves trying to make it work for them when they're not using the right strategy, and also they're spending way too much. The reality is you start small, you get a positive ROI on that traffic, which is what it's all about, that positive return on investment. For every dollar you spend, you should be making at least $2 back again, for every dollar you spend within the course of a week, maximum. We do this in a few days. But in your case, as a beginner, the end goal here is to work up to the point where you can, every dollar you invest, you get at least $2 back in sales. So you're doubling your money effectively. And if you're doubling your money, how often would you want to do that? Right? How often would you want to double that money? If you had $500, you put that into advertising, you get $1,000 back out again. And again, this is the worst case scenario. I would recommend having an ROI of at least 3 times in the best case scenario. That way you can triple your money, and it allows you to take on other employees and do stuff for you if that's something you want in the future. If you want to continue doing it yourself on the side, that's totally fine. But ultimately, the more you're able to get back again from what you spend, the more profitable this is going to be, and the more you can scale this up. If you're working with very small margins, like you're investing $1 and getting back $1.10, it's going to be very, very, very difficult for you to scale your business, and you're probably doing something wrong, okay? So Facebook ads. The second one is, drum roll please, okay, is actually, which one should I go through first? Let's do it. Let's go with solo ads, okay? So solo ads is something you may or may not have heard about, okay? And I'll be revealing the third one, which I probably guarantee you haven't heard of before, or at least considered of doing before, okay? So the second thing here is solo ads. Now, what are solo ads? Well, you know how other people have email lists? How would you like them to promote your stuff with their list? Pretty cool stuff, right? Pretty cool concepts. Now, with solo ads, you effectively approach somebody who is in your niche, who already has an existing audience, whether it's on social media, whether it's on an email list, or any kind of like text message list even. I've seen that before as well, but usually it's for email lists, okay? And what you do is you approach this person and you say, hey, Jim, whatever their name is, how would you like, could I have you promote my stuff? And I'll pay you a very small, in relation to what you're going to get back, of course, fee for doing that. Okay, so to give you an example here, on Facebook, you will typically pay around $1 or $2 per click to your website. Now with solo ads, you will typically pay around 30 cents per click. So it's about a third cheaper, and because people are in your niche, they already have joined an email list, which demonstrates their intent to join email lists and therefore buy stuff. You're actually getting a better outcome for a lower price. Now, of course, it's not always that simple. Now, I use solo ads in conjunction with Facebook ads as well. So I don't just use one or the other. And there's a reason why we have 3 traffic strategies, because it's diversification. It makes sure that, even if, let's say, for example, Facebook ads isn't getting you the results that you want one week, you've still got sales coming in from solo ads. And you've still got something ticking over. And equally, if you buy a solo ad from somebody, let's say you spend $30 for 100 clicks to your website or 100 visitors, which is guaranteed by the solo ad seller, you effectively pay for a set amount of clicks. Let's say they don't have any space available in their calendar until like 2 weeks from now. Meanwhile, you're sat there twiddling your thumbs thinking, well, what do I do? You can still get traffic and sales from Facebook ads while you wait for that solo ad to come in. So think of Facebook ads as, increasing your results like this, and then solo ads having a nice jump in revenue and sales and profit coming in as well. So you've got this nice incline, but you've also got these spikes in results as well, which is super helpful for cash flow and just getting better and better results. And if you get to a point where you're making enough money, you can of course stack these solo ads on top of each other, where you would, let's say, have 3 solo ads going out the first part of the week, and then you take the remaining part of the week to assess your results, and then you have more queued up for the next week, and so on. You can have multiple going at the same time. And I know a lot of people who just overlap these. They just have as much traffic as possible source, so they've always got stuff coming in. But when you're just starting out, one of them is all you need. Just have something very small. Don't go ahead and spend a whole bunch of money, literally $30 on average. Sometimes some people will charge more, sometimes they'll charge less, but essentially you want to have something which is a very small kind of barrier to entry, like a very low risk opportunity there, and then you pay them that very small fee compared to the sales you'll be getting and the audience you're going to be building, and then you make a bunch more profit. Now, I mentioned something very important there, which I haven't touched on yet. All of this traffic stuff that you're doing is not just like a once and done thing, like, oh, okay, that's it now then. The whole point behind this is to build an audience as well as making a profit. Okay, so it's not like you just make a profit and that's it. Remember, everyone who lands on your website should be opting in for something for free from you, which we've talked about many times before on these live sessions, but also in our programs, coaching program, everything else, right? We talk about building an audience from scratch, from zero, by offering something for free. Just like you'd get a free sample in a supermarket or grocery store or something like that, free sample, hey, that's amazing, let's buy the whole pack, right? Which happens to me more than I'd like to admit. So you build this audience, which happens over time, and you grow it to a sizable number of people. And then whenever you need traffic, you just send an email to your list, and that's it. You've got instant push button traffic to whatever offer you want. And that's the end goal, to build that list of targeted prospects as big as you possibly can, to then just have this traffic on demand. There's no surprise that you may have heard about my stuff from our email list. You may have received some emails from me, probably more than you'd like, right? But that's the whole thing. The email list works, otherwise we wouldn't be doing it. Every single person that you may have heard of in this industry, you may have seen their emails, and it works, right? So you're building this audience over time, and that's what's important, because once you have that audience, it's very difficult to fail because the numbers work out. For example, if you're only getting 3 people to an offer, it's quite difficult to make dependable sales because the numbers aren't going to work out. But let's say every time you send an email, you can send over 200 people to a web page about an offer or some sort of opportunity that would pay you some sort of money when they buy that thing from you, then you can kind of just hit send on an email and make money straight away. It's great. Sometimes even days later, people are opening emails from stuff I've sent weeks ago and buying stuff I've recommended, and I wake up to sales in the morning, which is incredible. I wake up to new clients, I wake up to new customers. It's great. And I want that for you too. So does that make sense so far? And do you see the power of email lists? Let me know in the comments if this is helping you, if this is valuable, whether you're watching live or in the recording. Please go ahead and let me know. Most people tend to watch this stuff in the recording due to scheduling conflicts and stuff like that, but I am here to help you whether you're watching live or watching the recording, all right? Now, the next thing, the third and final traffic source here is this. Drum roll, please. Imagine as an affiliate, you're promoting everyone else's stuff as an affiliate, right? You typically have an affiliate link and you're promoting their stuff, but you are not the only person promoting that stuff. There are multiple affiliates, probably thousands most of the time if it's a good offer. And everyone starts from zero, of course, but they build up this list of affiliates promoting their stuff. All the product owner is doing is sitting back and collecting those commissions, or at least the remainder of what they pay you after commissions, right? So let's say they pay you 50% commission on a product. Whenever you make a sale, you get 50% of that sale, right? So what happens to the remaining 50%? It goes to the product owner. And then, guess what they do with it? They pocket it, and they're home laughing. They've had no traffic acquisition costs up front at all, and they're just basically sitting there collecting cash. And that's what this method is all about. It's you reverse the roles of being an affiliate, and you are instead a product creator, and you have an army of affiliates promoting your stuff, so you don't have to. Isn't that genius? Like, instead of you promoting somebody else's stuff, you have them promote your stuff. And that way you don't need to worry about Facebook ads. You don't need to bother with, messaging people and all that organic stuff, which takes forever and takes up all of your time. You don't need to worry about any of that stuff because you can just sit back and have affiliates promote your stuff They win because they get a share of the sale in the form of a commission, but also you win because you get new customers, which you can upgrade into higher price, more premium value programs and services if you want. Let's say you have a coaching program or consulting service, or you've got an agency, you want to upgrade them into an agency service and do stuff for them. You've got all that leverage to do that because you're acquiring new customers on the front end, basically for free, while making a profit. And then you can upgrade people at no extra cost through your email list, SMS marketing, Facebook group stuff, even cold email, whatever you prefer, right? We prefer a mix of all of those. But essentially that's what it involves. It involves you having this army of affiliates promoting your stuff. And they win because they get all these commissions. The customer wins because they get a great solution from you. You win because you pocket the difference in commission, but also you gain a new customer for free. You haven't had to do any work or you haven't had to pay anyone apart from the commission, which is only from the sale you'll get anyway, which is like already in your account. And then that's it. You kind of just sit back and receive those results. So does that make sense? Let me know in the chat and comments if that's like a mind blown moment. Let me know if you want to hear more about that at some point in the future. But one thing that we do with our coaching clients, in fact, is set everything up in a way which is very appealing to these people to promote as an affiliate, right? So that way we have these 3 layers of traffic coming in addition to other things as well, which we do, which always helps to boost sales. But first thing, set up a Facebook ads campaign, get some incredible results. Second thing, have a different layer of traffic using solo ads or something similar. I think there's about 8 different traffic strategies we use with our clients. And then finally, we have this affiliate strategy where other affiliates will promote your stuff, and you essentially pocket the difference and you make much more sales on the back end. You can promote affiliate offers to them on your list. You can upgrade them to other programs or the services or the coaching or stuff like that. And essentially everybody wins, right? So if you want some help with this, you have 2 options at this point, right? You can either do this stuff yourself. You can either take option A, which is to do all this stuff yourself and try it out, see if it works, do a bit of trial and error, possibly spend a bunch of money on Facebook ads, not really get any kind of results, which you may have done already. And as I mentioned before, that probably isn't Facebook ads' fault that you're not getting results, because there's plenty of advertisers out there in our niche, in other niches with our clients' niches as well, that are getting incredible results with Facebook ads. So it can't be that Facebook ads don't work, it's just that they're not working for you. Why is that? You're probably not doing something or doing something wrong or missing something. And I'd like to help you with that. Same thing with solo ads. If you just go out there and say, hey, send me some traffic, you can make a whole bunch of mistakes. For example, just one of them is that a lot of solo ad sellers, if you choose the wrong one, will send your traffic in something called a rotator. And what that happens is your traffic will get split between a bunch of other different people's offers, and they use very generic email copy, and the person has no idea what they're clicking on. So you end up with people who just land on your website and don't take action. But of course, that wouldn't happen if you knew what to do properly, if you knew the proven method and the approach, right? Also, equally with the affiliate stuff, you need to position your offer in a way that's appealing to affiliates, and also in a way which doesn't leave you in the negative. Because sometimes if you price the commissions in the wrong way, you can actually be left in the negative after all of your overheads for your business and expenses and so on. So you've got to position this in a way that's appealing to people to promote, but also not put yourself in the hole while still making a profit from this as well. Now, as I mentioned, you can try and figure all that stuff out for yourself. I'd say good luck. Another approach over here, option 2, is to actually work with us personally, and specifically me. So if you would like to learn more about how you can work with me personally to walk you through this approach, but also everything else that we teach and we do with our clients, please go ahead and comment prosperity below in the comments. Just the word prosperity. You can say whatever you want if you want, but if you're thinking about what do you say, just say prosperity. And either myself or a member of our team will reach out to you, send you a direct message on Facebook, and just kind of see where you're at. Say, hey, thanks for reaching out. I'd love to learn a bit more about what you're doing so far, where you want to be, what your goals are, that kind of stuff. And we can talk about whether our stuff would be a good fit for you. If you want to continue doing things on your own, that's great at that point. Definitely let us know. Otherwise, if you would like some help, walking yourself, with me through this whole process, if you'd like me to actually walk you through everything, all the traffic sources I've just revealed to you, and specifically how to implement them in your business and which one is going to work best for you to start with on your specific, with your specific offer, with your specific niche, definitely go ahead and drop prosperity below in the comments, and I will be happy to reach out to you and discuss how we can help. If we can't help, I'll send you over to some free resources and stuff that you wouldn't have seen before, stuff that's kind of hidden in the back members area of our website. I'll send you a few links and stuff which might be able to help you. But either way, go ahead and drop prosperity below if that's something you're interested in. If not, hopefully this session has helped you. Hopefully it's given you some clarity about the 3 main traffic sources you should be focusing on to get the best possible results in your business, right? Also, if you're watching this in the recording, feel free to drop a few comments below with any questions you might have, and I'll be happy to help, right? Hopefully you've enjoyed this session. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.